Hello and welcome back to my Astro Imaging Journey channel. So in this episode I want to describe how you can test if your rotator is operating in the right way or not. Last night I was having some issues getting the rotator to work initially, and then I noticed a pattern and it was moving in the opposite direction. So the first thing I want to do, I'm already focused, so let me move over to my first target. So as you can see, for this target I have it set to rotate the camera to 259, and that box is checked, so that means camera or the rotator should operate. And I'm not going to actually run the sequence yet because I want to run through a few things with you guys. But what we can do is we can center, and let's go center, yes. So once this gets on target, or if there's any issues, we will be back. All right, we are back. So as you can see, it took 2 attempts to center. That's perfectly fine. But it did not do a rotation because we're not actually running the sequence. So let's close this out. Let's look at our rotator. As you can see, the position right now is 248.17. So the first thing we will want to do is, once we get onto a piece of the sky that we want to test on, just do on your frame and focus, just take a quick image. We just need a decent one. And right click on the image and hit plate solve. And we know that this is M81. And just go ahead and hit solve. And this should pop up pretty quick with the solved information. And as you can see, 248.19, and that's perfectly fine. So we will click OK. Now let's set the position to 250. And let's let it move over. And that has completed, so let's go ahead and do another plate solve. And this is the little mini PC, so certain things do run a little bit slower. And what did I forget to do? I forgot to take another image. So let's let that finish. And you saw the field did rotate a little bit. And we plate solve. And we're right about 250, so that's good. Now let me go into my control panel, and let's go to the rotator, and let's go to settings. And you notice this little checkbox right here. I did not have that checked. I had it just like this right now yesterday when I started. So if I click OK, and now look at the current position. that did say 250 before. Now it says 286. So if I set it to 250, it's going to move. And this is where things were odd, because it's not where it should have been. We'll let that finish up. Should be done here in just a few seconds. All right, that's done. Let's take one. Just a quick snapshot. You should see the field rotate. And that's way off, isn't it? So if we go back to the plate solve, M81, and this should solve back and not read the 250. And as you can see, it says 286. So, you know, that's where I was really getting confused last night, and it took me a little bit to figure out the pattern, because that says 286 now, right? So now if I do 252, and I do a set, you would think that that would read 288. So let's do another image real quick. And that's where I was trying to think, was there an offset? Was there something else? Was there something I was missing? And now, if I do a plate solve, we were at 286. And now we're at 284. And that's when I realized something, you know, we were going in the opposite direction, because we should have been at 288, but instead of going up 2, we went down 2, and now we're at 284. So that was my first indicator that I needed to find something, and I ended up finding this little guy right here, reverse rotation direction. Click OK. Now you see we're at 284.8, which matched that last plate solve. And what is my sequence? What am I supposed to be at? 259. So let's go ahead and do a 259. Do a set. All right, we're at 259. Let's do another take one. And now, if we do the plate solve, and we're at 259. So, you know, it took me about 45 minutes, maybe an hour or so, messing around, restarting my sequence, you know, reseated my cables. I did a whole bunch of stuff, and you know, nothing was working until I just kind of noticed that, wait, why am I going in the wrong direction? And lo and behold, I did that little quick test where I just moved it 2 degrees from the point it said, and it was in 2 degrees in the exact opposite direction. And that was the aha moment at which I had to go and look for that little setting. You know, hopefully this helps you guys out if you guys are looking at getting a rotator, or if you've had a rotator and you've had issues, and you know, this might help you out. If you're looking at getting a rotator, that would be one of the first things I would look at doing when you first get it. You get it installed, you know, make sure that you know, use the plate solve, use your rotator option up here. You know, just whatever it says it's at, move it 2 degrees and see if, you know, do a plate solve, see if it matches up and that it's moving in the right direction. If not, hit that little checkbox, double check, make sure it's working or it's moving in the right direction again, and it'll save you a heck of a lot more headache than I had. So I hope that helped you out. So I want to end this here, just a quick little video, and yeah, as always, I want to thank everybody for watching. Please stick around for the outro. Clear skies, and have a good one.
Thanks for watching yet another episode from the Astro Imaging Journey channel. Really appreciate your viewership. In our upper right, we have the latest video that I have posted prior to this one. Down in the lower right, we have what YouTube thinks you will enjoy. Below is a subscription link. Please hit that like button, subscribe if you so choose, ring that bell if you want to get notified of something new, and as always, thank you, clear skies. Remember, dude.